Twist and shout. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling start to your Shake It Up Saturday. Yes, it is that time of the week where we attempt something new for the day. We try something new. We step outside our comfort zone. Although we should be doing this every day of the week, doing something to step outside our comfort zone, some people may only be able to handle it once a week. So this is the day of the week we do it, where we have Shake It Up Saturday. How we get in there and we figure things out and try something new, take that first step. Where's my foot? We take that baby step. Yes, our baby steps. Everything is done with baby steps. Yes, there are some places where you can take a giant step, but you have to be prepared for what's on the other side of that giant step. But if you take baby steps, just one step at a time, 1 foot at a time, one in front of the other, that's all you have to do to step outside your comfort zone. So what new fun things are you trying out today? Well, first of all, while we were out walking today, I was taking pictures of random things, which was my fun activity for this week. It was actually quite cool because normally I walk along and I'm listening to an audio book while Zeffy's sniffing at every inch of grass along the way and trying to eat half of it. But today I was a little more looking around at the surroundings and things and figuring things out, but looking not just at the houses and the RVs that we go past, but looking more at detail at their sites and things, and picked up some really good. Some have some really cool decorations on the sides of their houses. Some have some really cool pots outside, for container gardening. There's just lots of really cool stuff to see, and I'm glad that challenge came along for this. Well, not challenge, the fun activity came along this week to take random pictures while out walking, because there's so much good stuff to see, and in the morning you can see how the light reflects off different objects and how it gets a different perspective in the evenings. So I totally forgot to do it yesterday, but I did remember to do it today, so that was something new. And I'm not one of those people that usually like to stand around taking photographs. I like to be discreet, not like all these people who are like in your face with their phones all the time. I like to be a little more discreet. I mean, even at my brother's 50th birthday a couple of years ago, I would I wouldn't get up in their face to take a picture unless I asked them if it was okay to take a picture, or if I told them I wanted to take a picture. Then I typically just stood back a distance and zoomed in and took the pictures that way. Because I like the more candid, the more natural shots. I got some really cool ones of my parents. It's so cool that they've been married for 56 years now, and this was taken 2 years ago, so they've been 54 years, and they still look at each other with such amazing love in their eyes. It's just incredible. It just warms my heart. And her a really, really cool picture that I took that day, that I just happened to capture this perfect moment of, Dad was sitting in the chair, Mum was sitting on the arm of the chair next to him, and they were just looking at each other, and it was like the perfect photo, for me anyway, just to capture that look of love going between them. It was awesome, and they weren't even talking, they were just looking at each other. It was beautiful. It was just a beautiful moment that I happened to capture just by standing back and taking random photographs. So yes, I got some great pictures today of different things. So that was my first thing new today. Got a interview coming up in an hour and a half with a brand new potential clients. We're doing a discovery call on their genealogy. So I've been getting everything ready to make sure that I'm ready to roll at the time, which I typically am. I guess I over prepare a little bit of the time, especially when you're meeting somebody you've never met before. A stranger is going to be possibly having you research their family. That's a very personal thing when you think about it. It's a very personal thing. So I like to make sure I'm well prepared, even though I know I am prepared. And it would usually take me like 5 minutes to set up. I'm just taking a little extra time today. And who knows, I may go in and do some training today before I get on that call, just to calm me down a little bit, because I do get nervous doing discovery calls. But I get nervous about the discovery call, but once I'm on the discovery call and we're into that discussion, I am totally fine. So yes, people still get nervous about things. I get nervous if the times that I've had to speak on stage or speak in front of a group of people. I am always nervous until I have to open my mouth and speak, and then it seems to vanish within the first few words. Although I do tend to talk faster, which I think is part of the nerve thing, but I try to take the nervousness and turn it into energy, so it comes across with these energetic vibes and feelings and things. But doing these lives, it's, we're on day 696, and my coach always says that, my business mentor always tells me that, the video, was it the video, however the video turn, the first video you do will always be better than the perfect one that's in your head. And he says, you may have to do, it may take you 50 videos to be comfortable in front of the camera, but you still got to do the first 50 to get there. So it's like taking steps. You want to get to that goal, but you still have to take the steps along the way to get there. So that's why we like Shake It Up Saturday, because it's taking that next step. What is the next step in your massive goal to do? Is it even simply sitting down and writing it out on paper? It's up here in your head where it's having no impact. Maybe it's time to get it written down on paper. And I know some people prefer to do it on the computer and stuff. I personally prefer pen and paper because to me it sticks better. Yes, I may go later on and retype it up on the computer. I have been known to do that. I do that a lot with my writing. Write it down on paper first and then go put it into my writing programs and type it in. And a lot of times I will change as I'm typing it. As I'm reading what I've written, I will be changing it as I'm typing it. So it's kind of, it's the second draft when it gets put into Scrinevia. What's that silly thing called again? Where is it? Scrivener. It's a writing program. So a lot of times between what I've written on the paper and what ends up on the computer can be different things, because as I'm typing it out, I'm like, I don't like how that works. Let's reword that. So there is times that happens. In fact, that happens a lot. And so the first time I put it into the writing program is the second draft. So by the time people get to read it, it's already gone through multiple drafts. But I have another idea for a piece of flash fiction, and that's gonna be a hard one to write. But I've kind of got the idea of what I'm going to write. I just don't know how I'm going to finish it. I know how it's going to begin. It's just, how am I going to finish that piece? Do I leave you with a cliffhanger? But see, the thing I like about the pieces that I've written is that when I do leave them with cliffhangers, it opens it up for discussion. It's one of those discussion pieces. I don't know what my dog is looking at. She's like, it's like she can see something down that end, and then she's seeing something down that end, but nothing's come across the middle yet. And so she's kind of like putting her head forward to look out the front window there. It's kind of cute. Normally she knows I'm talking about her ears or something else. Normally she just sits there and just stares, but now she's actually like leaning forward as though there's something down there that she's trying to figure out what it is. So it's kind of cute. And then she turns and looks the other way and kind of, I guess, comparing the ends. I don't know. But she's having her own Shake It Up Saturday. She's not going to doggy daycare today because they didn't get back to me, so I'm going to call them this morning to see if I can take them tomorrow so I can go and get to Michael's and get my beading kit to do my bracelet. Maybe I will... We're going to go get mail today, and that's normally about almost an hour to do that. Almost an hour. Because I've got to drive there, which is about 20 minutes away. Fill out all the paperwork for the packages that are sitting there. They email me. Every time they get a package from me, they email me, and I'm like, wonder what that is. I haven't ordered anything. That one will be this. Wonder what that one is. So that apparently it's like they've emailed me about 10 different times this week. So there's like 10 packages sitting down there, and I know I've only ordered 2 of them. So I don't know what the other 8 are. So it's going to be fun to find out. Maybe it's something I ordered a while ago and I totally forgot about. That could quite possibly... I know that there's a blanket in there for Zephy. It's a cooling blanket. It's actually one that she can snuggle up in. Not like the pads, the cooling pads. This is actually a cooling blanket. And so she can actually snuggle up into it. The pads she doesn't seem to like so much. She's gotten her whole head on the pad at one time. Like I've lain her on the pad and just left her sit in and made it so she couldn't really get up. It just petted her and stroked her and talked to her and all of that sort of stuff. But then the second I get up, you can see in her eyes, it's like, when can I get out of here? And the second I get up and say, okay, you can get up now, she'll lay there for a couple of seconds and boom, she's off. But she does lay down on the bed with her head on it, her full head on it now, not just the cheek. There was one point it was just a small part of her face, now it's her whole head. So we're getting there with that one. But this is an actual blanket that she'll be able to snuggle up in. So I know that that's one of the parcels that are waiting there for me. So, yeah. I don't know what some of the other ones are. So surprises. I love surprises. Oh. Anyway, so that's it. I'm going to be knocking out my to-do list today. Some things I've been procrastinating about, they're going to get done today. I've got my genealogy class, I'm going to do some of that. So I've got my discovery call this morning. I've got to go get mail at some point. I'm just trying to think maybe I could stop Michael's on the way back. But then it's usually when I go to get the mail, I'm gone for an hour, about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, it's the most I've left her. But I usually leave a movie on for her. I put a movie on to play. And it's movies I know. It's okay, I have to be back before this particular scene happens. And yeah, it hasn't quite worked that way because I keep forgetting how far into the movie a scene is or how close to the beginning that scene is. So, yes. Let's see. I'll figure out a movie to put on for her today. So it's playing. But I always like putting the long movies on for her. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's simply just noise for her. It's simply just noise. It's talking noise, so she doesn't feel so alone. But and I've tried the videos that are meant to help calm the dogs down and that sort of thing, but it just plays really cool music, and I like listening to the music. So there's times that that's on. So I try to make it things that I would normally do on those particular days around that time, like watching movies and things. Sometimes I'll put a movie on during the day and just have that going on and as noise in the background. And I look up and go, oh my gosh, the movie's ended. I've done that so many times where I've just been busy working and get stuck in and get working and things. And I look up and go, and I hear music and I'm going, music? There's no music in there. What's going on? And I look up and the credits are on. I'm like, oh, I guess it's time for a break. This movie's an hour and a half to 2 hours. So anyway, I'm out of here. I got to go get stuff done. I got to get organized for this morning. And remember, baby steps. Just baby steps. Just little baby steps. That's all you need to take to step outside your comfort zone. So let us know in the comments what fun things you are trying out today. And please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the little bell for notifications on when we upload a new video. Have a super fantastic, sparkling day. Now go out and shake up your day with something new. Hei konera.